again listen here. There are 2025 plants are to be planted in a garden. In a garden they want to plant 2025 plants. Okay. So if there is a garden like this, they want to plant plants here, and the number of plants given is 2045. So they in each row, there will be some plants. We have taken that as X plants. In each row X plants. Then how many rows are there? It is same as the number of plants in each row. So this is like this: first row, second row, third row, like that. X rows will be there. So X plants and X rows. In each row we have X plants. And the number of rows also X. So that's why we have taken the number of rows as X and the number of plants in each row is X. Is it clear? Now, so therefore total plants will be, that is given total plants. Total plants planted is 2025. Okay. So since number of rows X, number of plants is also X, therefore in each row X into X gives you the total plants also. In each row we have X and we have X rows. X into X, if you multiply, the number of plants in the garden will come. So therefore X into X is equal to 2025. So that is X square is equal to 2025. It's you want to find out X means square root of 2025. So now let us solve this by prime factorization. 2025. 2025 divisible by 5. 5 4s are 0, 5 5s are. Again 5 8s are, 5 1s are. Again by 3. 3 2s are 6. 3 7s are. 3 9s are. 3 3s are. So you can write 2025 as 5 square into 3 square into 3 square. 5 square, 3 square, 3 square. Square root of 2025 will be same as square root of 5 square into 3 square into 3 square. Okay. Now, square root of 2025, remove this square number from the root. Then it will become 5 square will become 5. 3 square will become 3. 3. So, square root of 2025 is 5 3s are 15, 15 3s are 45. So, that means X is equal to 45 here. So therefore X is equal to 45. So what is that indicates? X is 45 means number of rows is 45 and then number of plants in each row is also 45. Okay, number of plants in each row is also 45. Number of rows also 45. Find the smallest square number that is divisible by each of the following numbers. You need to find out the smallest square number that should be divisible by 4, 9 and 10. I did one question related to this in the examples. First you find out the numbers which are divisible by the smallest number. First let us find out the smallest number divisible by
next
4, 9 and 10 is LCM of 4, 9 and 10. Okay. So it is same as the LCM of 4, 9 and 10. Let us find out the LCM. 4, 9, 10. Divide this one. 2 2s are 9, 2 5s are. Again I think all numbers are not divisible. So you can multiply this, that's enough. So 5 2s are 10, 10 9s are 90, 90 into 2, 180. 180 is the LCM. So that is 180. Okay. So this is the number divisible by, smallest number divisible by 4, 9 and 10 is 180. So therefore we can write the smallest number divisible by 4, 9 and 10. 4, 9 and 10 is 180. Now this is not a perfect square number. So let us factorize this 180. 180 factorization gives you, what is this? Can be written as? Can be written as? 2 into 2 into 5 into 3 into 3. Okay. So now, this is in square numbers. Look at this, 2 square, 5 keep as it is, 3 square. Now 180 in 180, 5 is not in pair. What is the question that is? So multiply 180 by 5. So it becomes 180 into 5. It becomes 900. So 900, it is a perfect square now. This is the smallest number. Therefore, see, 180 is divisible by 4, 900, and 180 is multiplied by 5. So therefore 900 is a square number. This is also divisible by 4, 9 and 10. So therefore 900 is a square number divisible by 4, 9 as well as 10. This is the smallest square number divisible by 4, 9 and 10. So because 180 is divisible by 4, 9 and 10, and we multiply just by 5, even if you multiply, that is divisible by 10, because 180 is a factor of 900. So since this is a factor, then this is divisible by these numbers, therefore 900 also divisible by these three numbers. Find the smallest square number that is divisible by 8, 15 and 20. So let us find out again LCM. The smallest number, let us find out. Smallest number divisible by 8, 15 and 20 is LCM of 8, 15 and 20. So now, what is the LCM of 8, 15 and 20? Find out LCM of 8, 15 and 20. Is it correct? 120, yeah? 2 4s are? Again, 2 2s are? 15, 2 5s are? Then again by 5, 2. Okay, now 2 2s are 4, 4 5s are 20, 22s are 40, 43s are 120. So therefore LCM is 120. LCM is 120. So this 120 is divisible by, you can write 120 is divisible by 8, 15 and 20. But this is not a square number. So let us factorize this 120. 120 if you factorize, 2 6 are, 8 2 3s are, 2 15s are, then 3 5s are. So 120 can be written as 2 square into 2 into 3 into 5. So here only one number is in pair. The other three numbers are not in pair. So therefore 120 should be multiplied by 2, another one 3 and 5. So that means multiplied by 30. So therefore 120 becomes 120 into 30. 0, 0, 36. Okay, now 3600 is the square number, smallest square number divisible by what are the three numbers? 8, 15 and 20. So this is a number, it is divisible by all the three of these numbers. 3600 is the smallest square number, that is divisible by 8, divisible by 15 and divisible by 20. Finding the square root by division method. Why division method means? For bigger numbers, factorization method becomes very lengthy and difficult. So for that we follow this division method. Division method. So now the given number is like this and the square number we have written here. Some numbers, look at this. Before we go to this division method, square of this 10 is 100. Square of 31 is 961. Why I have written, look at this. Square of 32 is 1024. Square of 99 is 9801. So 100, this is the smallest 3-digit square. Look at this. 100 is the smallest square number, that too 3-digit number. 961 is the greatest 3-digit number. Look at these two examples. This is the smallest 3-digit number, square number. This is the greatest 3-digit square number. 3-digit number starts with 100 only. 100, 101, 102. Last number, greatest number is 999. But here, square numbers I am asking. In between these 3-digit numbers, 100 is the smallest 3-digit number. 961 is the greatest square number. Okay. Now come to this second part. Square numbers, 4-digit numbers. So here these two, 1024. The smallest 4-digit number, square number, and the greatest 4-digit square number. Once you see here, square of 10 is 100, square of 31 is 961. Reverse operation is nothing but square root. Square root of 100 is 10, square root of 961 is 31. So that means all 3-digit, these are all 3-digit numbers only. Perfect square numbers I have taken, smallest I have taken, greatest I have taken. That means the square root of these numbers is having only 2 digits. Look at this. All 3-digit numbers must have only 2 digits in its square root. As I told you, this is the smallest number, this is the greatest number among the square numbers. The square root is having only 2 digits. Observe this. This is related to 3-digit square numbers. In the 3-digit square numbers, square root is having only 2 digits. What is this? 4 digits. So all 4-digit square numbers I have taken. All 4-digit square numbers lies between these two only. Smallest 4-digit number, the greatest 4-digit number. So, okay. Again, this 2 only. That means 3-digit square numbers and the 4-digit square numbers. If you find out the square root of those numbers, all are having only 2 digits. Only 2 digits in the square root, isn't it? Isn't it? So if there are 4 digits, its square root is half of that one. If there are 4 digits, its square root is half of that one. 4 digits means square root will be 2 digits. For 3 digits also it is 2. Now you check it. If there are 6-digit square number, then its square root must be 3. If there are 8-digit square number, 4. If there is a 10-digit square number, its square root 5. That is, I told 4-digit, 6-digit, 8-digit, 10 digits. Only even numbers I told. Even. Okay. We are taking even number of square numbers, means its square root will be 2, its square root will be having 3 digits, its square root will be having 4 digits, this square root will be having 5 digits. Isn't it? Are you following me? This is a square number. Square number having 4 digits, square root will be 2 digits. Square number having 6 digits, square root will be 3 digits. Square number of 8 digits, square root will be 4 digits. We are taking exactly half. If these number digits are even. Okay. What about if the odd number of digits are there? just less than 1. It is also having 2. How you will find out that one? So just you remember this formula.
Sir, n plus 1 by 2.
Very good.
Sir, n is a argument.
Look at this. If a perfect square number is 3 or 4 digits, then it is square root will have 2 digits that I wrote. Similarly, if a perfect square number is having n digits, we do not know the number of digits. Let us assume that is n. If n is even, its square root will have n by 2 digits.
Sir, n by 2.
If n is odd, its square root will have n plus 1 by 2. N plus 1 by 2 means, suppose 3 digit means 3 plus 1 by 2. 4 by 2. Same as 4 by 2 only. Okay. Suppose there are 5 digits, 5 plus 1 by 2. So that means, okay. Now you will get an idea. A square number with 3 and 4 digits will have only 2 digits. A square number with 5 and 6 will have 3 digits. A square number with 7 digit or 8 digit will have 4 digits. A square number with 9 digit or 10 digit also will have 5 digits. Okay. So this is the formula that you will get, number of digits. Okay. A square number, for every square number, this is a formula. A 2 digit square number will have square root of 1 digit. 4 digit square number will have the square root of 2 digits. That you keep in mind. This will help you to find out the square root by division method. Take one example, finding the square root of 529. 529 is square root number. How to find the square root of 529? For that there are certain procedure. First step here, look at this. Place a bar over every pair of digits. Place a bar. Bar means this is the bar. First bar. See, every pair of digits we are taking. As I told you, suppose square number is having 2 digits means square root will be half of that one. That is why we are pairing up. See, first 2 digit one group, here only one, you make that also one group. From starting from units place, make a group. 2 digits, one group. Grouping of the digits. Units and tens place, one group. Then 100 and 1000, one group. Like that, every digit to pair up now. You have to pair up there. Since here we have only 3 digits, first group should have 2 digits. Then last one, whatever that is remaining, you make one group. That is the first step of. No. Just listen. Now, as I said, grouping is the first step. Every 2 digits should be made as a group. You place a bar over that one. That shows the groups. So starting from units place, you start. Okay. Then after that, find the largest number whose square is less than or equal to the number under the extreme left bar. See now, extreme left we have the number 5. So next step is, second step, you need to see, after pairing, this is the last group that is left out 5. This is the last group. Here, you have to find out the largest number whose square is less than or equal to. You have to find out the largest number. The square of that number should be less than this 5. Less than or equal to the number under the extreme left. Extreme left we are having 5. You have to find out the largest square number which is less than 5. So what is that? Suppose if I take 1 square. 2. Square of that one is, see here 2 I will write, 2 2s are 4. This is the largest square number and less than 5. That is the second step you have to find. In the third step, so bring down, see now, divide this one and find out the remainder. What is the remainder here? 1. Then next step is, 1 is the remainder now. So now bring down the number under the next bar. What is the next bar here? 29. You have to bring down this 29 completely. 29 completely you have to bring down, because it's the square numbers we are finding. 2 digits we have to take. So the group that we completely have to bring down. Okay. So then now again what is the next step? To the right of the remainder, then to the remainder. So the remainder to the right of the remainder. Remainder was 1. So now it becomes 129, I told you, 129. So now double the divisor. Double the divisor. 2 is there, no? You write one more 2 here, add that. You have to double that one. If it is 3, 3 plus 3, 6. If it is 4, 4 plus 4, 8. 2 is there means, again double it. 2 is there means double that one. No need of writing, it is 2. You have to double this. 2 means 4, 3 means 6, 4 means 8. So I will write this 2. 2 plus 2, 4. Okay. So that we have to do that one. Double the divisor, that is over. And enter it with the 8. Now with a blank on its right. Here there is one blank will be there. You have to keep one blank place here. Now you have to find out, guess a largest number. You have to guess a number here. Largest possible digit. Fill the blank. So to fill this blank, which will also become the new digit of the quotient now. So here, suppose if I put 1 here, the quotient also will be 1. 41 ones are 41, but it is not the largest and less than 129. You need to guess the number, what number should be written here, so that the product will be less than 129. You guess that number, what is that number? 3. Your guessing is 3. Let us check it. 23. So now 43 into 3. 43 into 3 is how you multiply this one. 43 into 3. 3 3s are 9. 3 4 that was 129. See exactly you are getting remainder 0. So your guessing is correct, less than or equal. You have to find out the less than or equal to that one. So now in such case look at this. Since the remainder is 0, square root of 529 is 23. What is the quotient that you are getting? What is the quotient that you are getting? That is the square root. Okay, is it clear? Second question, let us take 4096. We want to find out the square root of this number, 4096. So as I said, you write like this under these lines, 4096. First step, what is the first step? Grouping. Two digit numbers. See this one, let us make one group. This is another group. So the last group also is having 2 digits now. In the previous case, there was only 1 digit. We made into 2 groups. First group is also having 2 digits. Second group also 2 digits. In the previous example, it was only 1 digit in the last extreme left. Now find out the square number, nearest square number here. Less than, which is less than 40. So now you can take any number here. 2 means 2 2s are, 3 3 3s are, 4 4 4s are, 5 5 5s are. Now like that we have to find out the nearest square number. 6 6 36. If I go 7 7 7 are 49 it becomes, it is greater than 40. Therefore you cannot take that 7 7 7. So you have to write 6 6 are 36. Now what is the next step? Subtract here. For 10 minus 6, 4. Okay, 4 only. Then after that, you bring down this 96 here, down. Bring down that 96 down. Right adjacent to the remainder. So this 496, it becomes 496. After that, what is the next step? Double the divisor. Double the divisor. 6 plus 6, 12. Now there is a blank place here. You have to fill that blank place. What number should be multiplied here? So that... Okay, suppose if I multiply 3. 3 if I multiply, what happens? You see, 3 3s are 9, 3 2s are 6, 3 369, very less. Suppose if I take 4 here, if I write 4 here, I should multiply by 4 only. 4 means 124, 4s I have to do. 4. 4 4 60, 4 2 is 8 plus 1 9, 4 1 is 4. 496, exactly the same number you are getting. So therefore 124 4s are 496. You are getting remainder 0. Okay, so you are getting 0 as a remainder. Now, therefore, square root of 4096 is this 64. 64, 64s are, you will get 4096. look at this question now. 1296 is the number. So let us write like this below these lines. 1296. What is the first step here? Grouping.
We have to group the numbers.
So this is 96 is one row and the 12 is another row. Now you have to find out the nearest square number to this 12, less than or equal to this one. Now 4 fours means 16. It is more than 12. What is the next option left out? Only 3 threes are. 3 threes are 9. So then you subtract now. 12 minus 9. 3.
Sir, 3.
So bring down this 96 down. Right adjacent to this remainder 96. 396 it becomes. After this, what is the next step? Double this one. 3.
Sir, 13.
It becomes 6. So here there is a blank place. You have to fill that blank place. Find out the number. Huh? It becomes, it should be the nearest. Suppose if I write 65, 65 5 what happens? 5 5 is 25, 5 6 are 30 plus 2 32, 325. Less than this only. Now if I write 66, 66 into 6, 6 6 are 36, 396, exactly the same number you are getting. So therefore here you write 6, then here also 6, 66 6 are 396, 6. Whatever you write, the same number should be multiplied. The quotient also same only. If you write 6 here, multiply by 6. If you write 5 here, multiply by 5 only. So now remainder 0. Therefore, square root of 1296 is 36. So this is the square root.